Welcome back, everybody. Derrick Soo, your East Oakland advocate. Well, tonight is a big night. Who's going to be the big Mega Millions billionaire? It's $1.55 billion, the largest jackpot ever in lotto history. And in California, if you elect for the one-time payment, the lump sum payment, that's still 757,200,000, and of which 25% of that will be collected for the IRS, for a partial payment, down payment on your taxes that will come due after a year. So also, I wanted to say is that if you don't win the big prize, the next big prize, hitting 5 numbers and no mega, this week it rolled over because on the last draw, nobody got it. There was no winners. And so that's $1,447,972 that's rolling over. And so we could pretty much see a $2.5 million jackpot just for the 5 numbers. So that's still a substantial amount of money. What would you do with that kind of money? I've always thought, hey, I just want to live the rich life and everything, but you know what? I've already done that. I've lived a wealthy life, and it's a lot of work, and there's a lot of things that go along with that a lot of people would not probably understand, because when you have that kind of money, you need to hire a staff to help you manage that money. You can't do it alone. There's no way you can do it alone. In fact, the California State Lottery requires you to get a financial planner before they will actually pay you out. So I don't have any heirs that I'm leaving behind. So I've set up already a foundation, a trust, and we're still in the formation of a 501c3. And so that's where the money that I have, that I'm leaving behind, is going to go. For right now, the money is in my trust, and it's overseen by accountants and bookkeepers. And so everything is legitimate. And also, once the foundation is set up, there's going to be a big transfer of funds into the foundation. And that's what sustains uh, um, my project long after I'm gone, because what I'm working on right now is a micro community for our homeless, and it's going to be sustainable, and taxpayers and residents aren't going to be on the hook for this, because uh, we're putting in place the foundation, the financial foundation for these micro communities. And it is, if you've been following along, you understand, or you've heard me talk about aquaculture. And also, we have now added in vertical farming. And so there's a lot of advantages on this. And we're anticipating, just on the aquaculture alone, between $3 and $5 million income annually, and that's after expenses. And the way that we're setting everything up, it's very sustainable, and it actually perpetuates itself, because if you also heard, when I was growing up, I did aquaculture as a young child. And I started my aquaculture in the backyard of my parents' home with a 600-gallon pond. And I raised fish and sold fish. And then I bred fish and sold them to all the local tropical fish stores. And so this is the same thing. It's just on a bigger scale, and much more sustainable. And the product, the income that is generated through this project is the financial basis that will create these micro communities. And the micro communities are actual homes. These are 600 square foot homes, 1 to 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a kitchen, a living room, and it is heated, air conditioned, and fully, fully off-grid solar powered. And so these are the kind of communities that are going to be available for those on very low income, and also zero income. So if you have zero income, you can apply for these housing units once I have them become available. So right now we're putting in place the foundation for the aquaculture, and the aquaculture, we're duplicating a model out of Southern California, and they do over $3 million annually, and they don't sell out of Los Angeles. And so there's plenty of growth, plenty of room for growth. The only problem that we're having right now is finding a reasonable cost for the properties that we want to purchase. We don't want to lease them because we don't want to put our future into somebody else's hands. And so by owning the property, we keep the expenses in check, and we have no landlord, and it cannot be stolen away from us by a greedy future landlord. And so these are things that we're looking at, and we're looking at long-term sustainability. And that's for both of the projects, the aquaculture and the vertical farming that we're going to be doing right here in Oakland. And so the vertical farming is so interesting in the fact that we use no dirt. There's no soil, there's no dirt. We use coconut and also clay pellets. The water is fortified, and it is recycled. It is constantly recycled, filtered, recycled, and enriched. And that's what gives the plants all the necessary nutrients. They also grow much faster. They are a lot greener, and they have more nutrients in the final product than anything that you can get in the grocery store. And so the products are what we call consumables. And so while you purchase them, you use them up, and you're going to come back to use them. And so that's the motion that we're starting to put in place. And the homes, like I said, the homes are 600 square feet in the micro community that I'm working on, that we're engineering, and these are going to be very affordable for everybody, and does not put anybody on the hook for taxes or any kind of financial commitment. So that's what I would be doing with a lot of the money if I were to win the lotto tonight. And I would take the lump sum because, again, like I said, I'm not anticipating living that much longer. About 8 years tops is what I'm expecting, and what the doctors are expecting. So I'm leaving in place a legacy long after I'm gone. What would you do with your billions or billion if you were to win the lotto tonight? Or are you in with a group? Because we see a lot of large groups, working groups and friendships that win the lotto. And we have a bunch of millionaires made overnight. So there are a lot of possibilities. What are your possibilities? What would you do? Would you buy homes? Would you buy cars? Or would you do like the last guy who won that $1 billion, and there's still a question whether he's the actual winner of that, but he bought a $25 million home down in Southern California on the beach. Incredible. So thanks for joining me today. Dream the dream, and I wish you luck in tonight's lotto draw.